Governor, you're here today. Can you just explain a little bit about why you felt it was important to come today?
Well, I felt it was important to come today. I canceled some appointments after what happened last night. You know, you can't give in to people not allowing other people to express themselves. And last night in Kapolei was a disaster. These people try to intimidate the speakers and all that. You can't have that. You can't give in to something like that. So I'm here to support the folks who are here to speak.
Do you see this as part of a pattern? Like right now, for example, they're turning around, looking right at you and directing their conversation to you. Do you see this as part of a pattern?
Oh yeah, you know, they're like trained seals, you know what I mean? They're doing what they probably practice. But maybe they should practice learning a little bit. Just giving the other side, you know, the benefit of free discussion. And they apparently are not willing to do that.
Do you have any comments that you'd like to direct maybe to people that are considering, you know, whether or not to support the rail project just at events like this?
Well, I think that for the public, especially the ones who have not made up their minds yet, take a look at both sides, the city side and the side that we're presenting. I think we have the facts on our side, which is why these guys resort to noisy demonstrations like this, you know, and that's why I think that this system is going to be in trouble when the court rules in August.
And can you give a little more background on the lawsuit? When do you think that's going to come out?
Well, the hearing is now set in August, and so when the court makes a decision, it'll be after August sometime. Usually they'll take about maybe a month or so to do it.
And then in terms of your candidacy for mayor, have you had a lot of support? Have you had threats? What's your feedback?
No, I haven't had any threats. You know, I've had people who have been on the other side, who have had lively discussions with me. But most of the people that I know are open to the fact, and in the end, even if you disagree, you know, the main thing is you discuss it. Now, you can't hold this kind of discussions with people who make a lot of noise.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you find that that's the case? So there's not a lot of listening going on, or do you feel like it's a one-sided thing or two-sided?
I think a lot of people on the other side are in denial. You know, they came out for it. They thought it would reduce traffic congestion. We know it won't. The city admits it won't. The FDA says it won't. You know, and so the next thing they say, well, it'll create a lot of jobs. Well, we know it won't create as many jobs as they think. When you give Ansaldo $1.4 billion, those are jobs created in Italy, not over here. You know, and so when you come down to it, the figures that they toss out, 10,000 new jobs a year, ridiculous.
So how do you think you stand out from your opponents? Is it strictly on the rail issue?
No, I think I stand out from my opponents in this sense. Those two guys are unable to see beyond the rail issue. They don't understand that rail is a big issue, but because it also affects many other kind of things that the city should and wants to do. It affects the character of a city because, you know, you're running this concrete structure right through the city virtually. It's incredible that government people should even think of something like this when we are a tourism destination. They're trying to make us like Chicago or New York. We're not. We're Hawaii. We're Honolulu.
Kirk Caldwell's gotten some endorsements recently from unions, and how do you feel about that?
I'm not surprised. You know, I think that the unions, interestingly, the public worker unions don't seem to look beyond how this issue, rail, will affect the future of their members' children and grandchildren. Eventually, the state government, the city government are going to have to cramp down on benefits and things like that because we can't afford it. So far, there have been 9 cities that have gone bankrupt. The last one that went bankrupt was because they got into upgrading the sewers and they couldn't pay for it.
Okay, the final question, besides any final thoughts that you might have, sounds like they're wrapping up their protest. What do you see in terms of how this whole election is going to play out?
Well, I think that we've been getting good support. We've been getting good support even from West Oahu. And when I was in politics for 28 years, I represented a good deal of West Oahu and eventually all of it. And so there's still a lot of people there who know me, who voted for me, who trust me, and I intend to go down to places like Kapolei with my group of city advisors to talk to people, to tell them the other side of the coin, to tell them why, this is something that we cannot afford, and it won't reduce traffic congestion, and it is not the best alternative. The best alternative is bus rapid transit. We are the only ones, the only city in the nation, our size, that is trying to do something like this. Steel on steel, heavy rail is obsolete technology. 50 years old at least, The other cities are going to bus rapid transit, okay, and other kind of alternatives. And we should be looking at that too.
Any final thoughts you want to add?
No final thoughts. No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.